Hey, 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 welcome. It is Friday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, and it's time for What the Health is Wrong with You? It's Not What You Think. I'm Debbie Williams, a board certified nutritionist, and I'm here today. Last week I talked about the flu, and you guys were so overwhelmed on I made you a juice on how I showed you how to make juice flu shots to protect your immune system from the flu. And what I learned from all of you, you said you loved it, but my YouTube was buffing. So many of you couldn't really see and understand what I was talking about or showing you how to juice an immune boosting juice to fight the flu. So I'm back today showing you how to fight the flu because it's flu season and it's knocking people on their knees. And if you learn how to use food as medicine, you could be that person that could fight the flu. So today I am sharing with you 5 foods that can help you fight the flu, no doubt. I'm going to say it's better than any medicine you could think of because after all, food is medicine. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Today is Friday. If you are new here, my segment is called What the Health is Wrong with You? And no, I'm not cursing. What the health is wrong with you? The subtitle is It's Not What You Think. So come on in, get your pen and paper. So how many of you already have experienced the flu already this season, or experienced a cold, or is experiencing a runny nose, mucus, congestion, a sore throat, a scratchy throat, headaches? Those are all symptoms that something is going on in your body. That's a symptom that there's a virus in there. And what happens is if you catch cold easy, you get a lot of viruses and different things. That means your immune system is weak. So how do we fight the flu? We fight the flu by building up your immune system. Trust me, if you've gotten the flu before, or you find that you are that person that you can get it all the time, you got to look at what's going on in your body. Your immune system is weak, and we need to build up your immune system. So today I'm doing a couple of things if I have time. One, when I come with my apron, that means I'm about to make you something. Today I'm going to make 2 different things if I have time. One, I am going to make you another flu shot juice. It's going to be like for juice shots for the flu. And then I am going to show you how to make an amazing, and when I say amazing, my mother, she keeps this. Let me just show you, hers is empty. This is something I showed my mother how to make a few years ago. It's garlic and honey. My mother makes this every few weeks, and then she'll make it and store it away. This is her empty garlic and honey. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a powerful honey and garlic elixir, I should say. It's going to be your medicine for your cough, for your cold, for your flu, for your headache, all of that. And so that's what I'm going to do. I got my honey, I have my garlic, and I'm going to show you how to break it down. And if we have time, I'm also going to show you how to make a juice shot, a flu juice shot with, here we go, let me show you, a pineapple, some ginger, and pomegranate. Now, why am I using all these different foods? Because these foods, this is the genuine food as medicine, no doubt, okay? Pineapple, the bromelain in pineapple is so amazing for our body. The ginger, amazing. The pomegranate, it's one of the most powerful healing foods on the planet. So whenever you are sick or feeling sick or trying to prevent to be sick, these are the things you need in your home. But more than anything else, this is one I would never, ever leave out the store without of. Because pomegranate season comes and go. When it comes, I have to get a lot of it. This is a healer by itself. You talking about if somebody have a fever, give them a cup of pomegranate and just sit back and look at your watch and watch what happens. Somebody's blood sugar levels is up. Give them a cup or give them a half a cup of pomegranate arrows and look at your watch and watch what happens. This is a miracle, no doubt. Many people from many cultures have shared with me that they too know the power of the pomegranate. And I keep I keep it around because I have seen the results. My grandson, last week or the week before, he had a high fever. I made him a pomegranate juice with some purple cabbage, ran and took it to his house, and his mother told me that his fever went down so quick. That was my 1-year-old. My older grandson, whenever he gets sick or whenever he doesn't feel good, he'll come to me and like, Mimi, I need some pomegranate because this stuff is the real deal. So today I'm going to show you how to utilize these foods to protect you from the flu, to prevent the flu, or if you're already a victim of the flu, then what I'm going to show you is how you can take these foods that I have here, start implementing them into your diet, and watch your recovery change quickly. Now, where do I want to start? The first thing I want to start is let's talk about the immune system, because that's the first thing you need to understand. Why did you get sick in the first place? Why do you always get sick? One of the reasons is your immune system. And what I'm going to share with you is some reasons or some symptoms that your immune system is weak. So if you don't know that your immune system is weak, you will know in a few moments when I share with you all of the symptoms and signs that your body is telling you when it is weak. Now, when we talk about the immune system, what is the immune system? In my point of view, it's your personal bodyguard. Your immune system, it's cells that's in there, they work for you 24/7. It protects you from bacteria, viruses, and anything that threatens your health. I call it the first line of defense. And if you know anything about the military, they have your frontline soldiers. Those are the people, they're front in line and they're the first to go down. Well, your immune system, that's your frontline soldiers. They're there to protect you and they're the first to go down. So what do I mean by go down? When you're weak. So if you're not eating well, if your body is not absorbing nutrients and minerals and vitamins, if you're eating a lot of processed food, if you're eating a lot of sugary foods, if you're eating a lot of dairy foods, that's not the type of foods that your immune system needs to be strong and healthy. Eating like that is going to cause your immune system to weaken. And if your immune system weakens, now you are a candidate for the flu, for any kind of virus, because your frontline soldiers, they can't fight for you. But what's so powerful about our frontline soldiers is they still fight even when they're weak. They just can't win the battle. They are what I would call your ride or die, because they could be extremely weak and they're like, okay, something going on in here, but y'all get ready. We got to fight. We got to fight. So again, if your immune system is weakened, you are going to have a lot of the symptoms that I am going to share with you. And I put it here so that I don't miss anything. So here are some symptoms if you have a weak immune system. You can't fight off infection fast. You get an infection quickly. You get colds and flu all the time. Somebody could sneeze across the room, but you're the person that's wind up getting the cold or the flu. When your immune system is weak, you deal with chronic inflammation. Why? Because the immune system is not working the way it needs to. When your immune system is weak, you are that person that get allergies a lot. When your immune system is weak, you are that person that have sinus issues, mucus, all sorts of things going on. You are also dealing with lots of fatigue. If you're tired all the time, we got to look at the frontline soldiers because they're working hard for you. When you are weak, your immune system can't do its job well. And so here's some of the things that I wanted to go over with you. Like I said, you get sick often. If you're catching colds and infections more than 3 or 4 times a year, your immune system isn't fighting back fast enough. Here's another reason why you may have an immune system issue. So again, I'm going to give you the signs. If you don't know that this is you, you'll know now. You take forever to recover. So a normal cold could clear up in a few days, but for you, you tend to have it for a week. You may even have a cold for 2. That is because your immune system is sluggish and its response is sluggish. Another way you'll know if you are that person that has a weakened immune system, like I said, if you feel exhausted all of the time, constant fatigue is a sign that your immune system is overworked. And another one is digestive issues. If you, and I know so many people when they contact me, you deal with bloating, you deal with constipation, you deal with diarrhea, a lot of that is because your immune system is weak. Many people don't know that in our gut, in our digestive system, 70% of your immune system lives in your gut. So if your digestive system is off, your immune system or your immunity is suffering. Another way you can tell if you are a person where your immune system is weak. Now, I'm going to share with you these signs and symptoms, but then I'm going to show you all the foods that you can start eating to build up your immune system. But another sign of a weakened immune system is our skin breakouts and rashes. If you break out easy, if you can get a rash anywhere in your body, because your skin is a reflection of your internal health. And if you're breaking out, it could mean your body is fighting inflammation and your body is fighting toxins. When you see someone has a lot of breakouts on their skin, a lot of acne, that is a sign there's toxins in the body. A rash, there's toxins in the body. The body is trying to fight. Our body has its own built-in detoxification system, but because of our lifestyles, because of the way we live, that built-in detoxification system can't function properly. And what is your built-in detoxification system? Your liver, your kidneys, your lymphatic system, your skin, all of these different things is a part of your built-in detoxification system. And many times we need to give our body help. This is why I'm always promoting a detox. Yes, detoxification, helping our body to get back in line is what we need to do. And I'll share with you how to detox at the end of this. But let me go back to the signs of you are a person that has a weakened immune system. If you have a wound that takes a long time to heal, you have a cut and it just doesn't seem to heal. The scab may come on it, but it just never ever will heal. That is because your immune system isn't repairing cells properly. So if you are that person or you know somebody who when they get a cut, I mean, it's just there. A cut should only last, first of all, when the skin tears, the whole body system knows to go to that part to clot the blood. And once the blood is clotted, the skin, all of the cells go into action to heal it, to seal it, to put the scab on it. In a few days, the scab falls off. In a week or so, you might not even know where that cut once was. But if you have a weakened immune system, your cut stays a very, very long time. That's a sign that you're going to need to start eating some of these foods that I'm about to share with you. Frequent allergies and sinus problems. If your body overacts to dust, to pollen, or to food allergies, it means your immune system is out of balance. So what do we do? So I know many of you here who can say, oh, I have allergies. Because people talk about allergies like it's so common. I'll have people all the time, yeah, I have an allergy. I have an allergy to this. And it's like, okay, but that's your body telling you something is wrong. If you have an allergy, now I'll tell you, in my detox program, I have had numerous, maybe a few hundred people come through the program. And there have been people who had allergies for years since they were a child. Once we detoxed, they no longer have allergies because that's what was in the body. The body needed to flush all of that toxins, all of those toxins out of your body. So these are the things that you need to know, to recognize. Let me make sure I didn't leave anything out. To recognize if you are that person where your immune system is weak. So we're going to talk about, so how do you strengthen up? How do you build up your immune system? Sorry, I'm dropping my honey. You have to eat immune boosting foods. Food is medicine, and that's the first thing everybody needs to understand. You will not be able to build up your immune system on eating junk food. That's going to keep your immune system down. Food is our medicine. Can somebody put that comment in? Comment. If you believe that food is medicine, comment, please. Food is medicine, to let other people know. Food is the real medicine, and many people don't know. Even in a pharmaceutical company, when they start to make a medicine or a supplement, it starts from a plant. So again, and what food is the medicine? I'm not talking about a chicken and a beef and a turkey. I'm talking about plants. I'm talking about our green leafy vegetables. I'm talking about our pomegranate. I'm talking about the ginger. I'm talking about the garlic. These are the things, that's the real food. All that other stuff, they can't compete. There's nothing that man can make can compete with what comes from the earth. Please, and I will challenge that with anyone. Whatever comes from the earth, man can't touch it at all. But again, I'm going to share with you some recipes and some things for you to understand. So how do we build up our immune system? By eating immune boosting foods, leafy greens, citrus fruits, garlic, ginger, turmeric, pomegranate, pineapple, apples, radish. Here's a tip that many of you don't know. Our red foods, they are the healers of everything. Remember, we talked about the pomegranate. It's in the Bible. People talk about pomegranate all the time. Well, all of our red foods, and I think God was very strategic because every food has a color and every color has a specific role that it plays in our health. And when you're looking at red, red is the healer basically for the immune system, for the gut, for the digestive system, for the kidneys and the liver. So when you're going in your supermarket in the produce aisle and you got your cart, just go to whatever's red. Go pick up your red apple. Go pick up the radish. Go pick up some raspberries. Go pick up a pomegranate. Pick up a red pear. Pick up your red foods. Pick up the red or purple cabbage. I call it purple. Some call it red. Those are the healers of everything. Everything. And in my home, there's two things. Well, there's three things. Well, there's more than that. But the main foods we keep, purple cabbage, because one, it's antiviral, it's antifungal, it has inflammatory properties, it is a natural pain reliever, it regulates blood sugar, it does so much. So we keep purple cabbage in my home. This right here, this pomegranate, this is an everyday thing in my house. We also keep red apples. Now, the green apple is just as good, but that red apple, many people, they're sleeping on that red apple. Back in the day, there used to be that saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. They don't say that no more, but let me share with you. There's a reason why they don't say it anymore, because it's true. An apple a day will keep that doctor away. Nobody wants that. They want you to keep going back and forth. But anyhow, the studies show that the pectin in the apple has some of the most amazing ingredients. Amazing, why can't I talk now? Amazing job for our body. One that most people don't know about the apple is that it binds to heavy metals and toxins. I think that alone could explain why the apple a day can keep the doctor away, because we are exposed to toxins every day, even unbeknownst to what we know. We breathe it in. We may eat it from a food that has pesticides on it. We are surrounded by it. It's in our water. It's everywhere. But eating that apple, when those toxins get in the body, the pectin draws it out. It's like a magnet drawing out toxins. So when the body doesn't have any toxins, the body is healthy. The body can fight. The liver can do its job, because the liver is one of the hardest working organs in our body. The kidneys can do its job. The pancreas can do its job. All of the organs can do its job. So please remember that. Whenever you sick, put some apples in your diet. And keep the skin on, because a lot of nutrients is in the skin. So now let's get to my 5 foods that I want to share with you today that are some of the best foods in the world for helping you stay healthy. And I wrote them down so I do not forget any of them. Well, the first food, and these foods specifically are flu-fighting foods. These foods can help you fight the flu. So if you got the flu, send somebody to the store to get some of the things that I'm sharing with you. If you want to prevent the flu, I want you to eat these every day. Make a juice shot where you can keep them in the refrigerator every morning, every night. Take one before you go to work. Take one before you go to bed. This is how you're preventing your body from getting all these viruses, and this is how you're building up your immune system. But let's start with our dark leafy greens. So we're talking spinach, we're talking kale, we're talking Swiss chard. This is what I would call the immune system armor. This is the armor. And why does this work? Now, this right here is my kale, and I'm going to be using this kale. But why do they work? So dark leafy greens, they're loaded with vitamins, they're loaded with antioxidants that acts as your body's first line of defense. Remember, the immune system is your body's first line of defense. Well, these act as your body's line of defense. So they work hand in hand with your immune system. For one, they're loaded with the vitamin C, And vitamin C supports white blood cells, which are your body's infection-fighting army. So that alone, white blood cells, is so important. And vitamin C is what will help us support our white blood cells. And then in our green leafy vegetables, we have a lot of vitamin A. And vitamin A strengthens the mucous membranes in your nose and your lungs, and it makes it harder for viruses to take hold, because a lot of times we can breathe in a virus, but when we have enough vitamin A in our body, it strengthens up the mucous membranes. And then our green leafy vegetables are loaded with iron and loaded with folate, and this keeps the immune system running smoothly. It's helping you to prevent, I can't talk today. It's preventing you from fatigue, and it weakens the flu virus. So just eating lots of greens, and I'm spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collards, all of those are excellent. Celery is also a #1 food for helping you fight the flu. So these are all the things that you need, and it helps to attack the virus, and it does so much more. So that's the first one. The next one I want to share with you that is a #1 fighting food for the flu is the pineapple. We love the taste of the pineapple, but how many of you know the power of the pineapple? I would call this pineapple a flu-busting mucus cleanser. So when we get the flu, when we get a cold, we have a lot of mucus. We always blowing our nose or trying to spit it out. Lots of mucus in the body. Well, the pineapple is a flu-busting mucus cleanser. It helps to cleanse the mucus out of our body. The bromelain breaks down thick mucus so that you can breathe easier. So if many people didn't know that, yes, just having a pineapple helps to break down that mucus that many of us we can't seem to get rid of when we have a flu or if we have a cold. And the pineapple can help to clear congestion really fast. So the juice that I'm going to make for you today, it's going to contain this pineapple. And I'm also going to actually put the pomegranate with it. So a pomegranate, a pineapple, and some ginger. That's the juice that we're going to make today. You make these, you keep them in the refrigerator, put them in a juice shot glass, drink these like your medicine, the same way you would take some cough medicine. This is what's going to heal you faster than any other medicine. The pineapple is also loaded with a lot of vitamin C, and the pineapple has anti-inflammatory properties. And that anti-inflammatory properties, what that can do is help prevent your lungs and your throat from the irritation. So it can help to eliminate lots of coughing. And that's one of the big things that you get when you have a cold and flu, that cough. I've had that type of cough. Who here have had the kind of cough that wake you up in the middle of the night out of your sleep where you're just hacking away? Hack, hack, hack. I've had that. And for me, when I've got a cough like that, I know I said, I just got to go downstairs and get this. And this is something I'm going to show you how to make. This is that honey and garlic. When I tell you this stuff is so good, because garlic is antiviral and antibacterial, and garlic too also helps with mucus. But I don't want to eat the garlic. But sometimes I know when I'm really not feeling good, I'm going to chew that garlic up. The reason why most of the time I don't want to eat it because that garlic is going to stay on your breath. But would you rather be sick or would you rather smell like garlic? Tell me in the comments, would you rather be sick or would you rather smell like garlic? I'm sure somebody would say, I don't want to be sick and I don't want to smell like garlic. Well, neither do I. But if I had to choose, I'm going to get this garlic and just tell you to back off for a minute because I got this garlic going on. But that is one of the things. The third food that can help with your flu preventing abilities is garlic. Now, garlic is a natural antibiotic. Natural antibiotic. Most of us, when we're sick, we go to our doctor, they seem to slap an antibiotic on everything. You went in there for some chest pains and they're sending you to the pharmacy to get some antibiotics. So I got something going on here. So the garlic is a natural antibiotic. Okay, JC, what's going on over here? And this actually helps a lot. It's one of nature's most powerful antiviral over here. Powerful antiviral and antibacterial properties. So on one of my screens, which I think it might be TikTok, I'm talking about garlic. I'm talking about antibiotics. And of course, they're, nope, shut it down. Listen, I'm just speaking the truth. You guys can research this on your own. Garlic is a natural antibiotic. You want to shut my screen down because I'm telling the truth? Okay, whatever. But all of you know garlic is a natural antibiotic. And this is one that is amazing for you when you're sick. Your body can really, really help you in a very big way. Now, what is my next one that I want to share with you beside my garlic? It is ginger and turmeric. Let me get my ginger and turmeric out for you. All right, here's my ginger, and did you get me the turmeric out? Oh yeah, here it is. So ginger and turmeric together, they are, I would call them the anti-inflammatory power duo. These together are amazing. Both ginger and turmeric are natural anti-inflammatories. They help your body fight off the flu, and it also helps with speeding up the recovery. Now, ginger contains something called gingerol. And gingerol is known, and this is from science and studies, this is just not me talking. Gingerol is known to kill the cold virus and clears congestion. And then the turmeric has curcumin in it, and the curcumin boosts your immune response and helps with inflammatory related body problems or body aches, I would say. Now, when we put the both of them together, they improve circulation, they help white blood cells, and they reach the infection site faster when they are together. That's from science. That's not from me. When you have turmeric and ginger together, it can help relieve pain and so much more. So let's go on. Let's see. So we did our garlic, we did our ginger, we did our turmeric, we talked about our pomegranate, we did our greens. So yeah, so it's time. Let's make our juice. We're also going to have some lemon in there too. I think that I have everything that I need. So let's go and make what we need to make for you guys. So hold on. Let me see if I got everything here. Okay, so let's make the juice first. No, I'm going to go ahead and start with our honey. So here's what I want you guys to know about, and I'm moving some things out the way because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. I'm going to bring my cutting board where you all can see what I'm about to do. We're going to start with the honey. I want you guys to understand the power of this honey and garlic. So get a pen and paper so that you can write down this old ancient recipe for garlic and honey. So many of you probably don't know that much about garlic and what we need to do. So when you are opening up your garlic clove, did you know that when you crush your garlic, it needs to sit out for about 10 minutes so that it can activate the allicin? The allicin is the powerhouse in the garlic. But when we cut garlic, so even when you're making a dish, you should cut your garlic and let it sit out for about 10 minutes so that it can activate allicin. Allicin is the medicine in our garlic. So I am going to, when you're making this honey and garlic, I'm going to call it nature's ultimate healing duo. When you're making this, what you want to do is you want to get, I'm going to say probably about 10 or more cloves, because you're going to fill your jar halfway with garlic, and then you're going to fill the top of the jar with honey. That's it. This is going to be your cough medicine. This is going to be your, and I would say during flu season, this is something you should take, don't wait until you get the flu. This is a preventative type of thing. Honey and garlic together it goes back hundreds, maybe thousands of years. In the morning, take it. And so like I said, when I had that cough, that hacking cough that was waking me up in the middle of the night, I did come downstairs, I did take a tablespoon of it, and I did eat the garlic, and my cough was gone. I went back upstairs, I got under the covers, and I was able to sleep. Prior to that, I couldn't sleep because every few minutes I was hacking. But you know what I was hacking up? It was that mucus trying to get out. The body was fighting, and that's what happens. So If you aren't going anywhere, then eat your garlic. I have a friend and he was dealing with some heavy issues with his body, and he started eating the garlic and his honey, and whatever was ailing him, he was dealing with some serious health issues, gone, gone, gone. And he couldn't wait to tell me. He was like, Debbie, you won't believe it. My doctors don't even understand. And he credits the garlic and the honey, or he credits him eating that raw garlic every morning. And I could believe that because garlic is just so amazing. So what I'm going to do, hopefully you guys can see, this is why we have our camera kind of low today. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crush my garlic to open it up, because the garlic needs to sit out for about 10 minutes before I put it in my jar. So I'm taking my big knife, and all I'm doing is taking my garlic. Hopefully you guys can see it. Let me come back here. I don't think you can see it on all cameras, but all you're doing is taking your garlic and you're going to crush it with your knife. Crush it with your knife. I don't think they can see me over here. I got to come back some? Okay, hold on. Let me try to come back some so you can, all cameras, because we're on different platforms. So, okay, that's the end of that. Hopefully you can see me on all platforms here. So we're taking the garlic, and you take your garlic and just crush it. Crush it down, crush it down. And now I'm gonna wait 10 minutes and just let the allicin start to come out of it. Let the allicin start to produce. Let it activate. That's the medicine. That's the medicine. So I'm gonna let it do this before I put this in my jar. But before I put it in my jar, I'm going to cut it up a little more, and you don't have to. You can just take it once you peel off your cloves. You can take it and put it in your mason jar, whatever you have. This is the size mason jars we have. So when we make these, we make a lot at one time. And what you're going to do is, say you're making 5 jars of this, you put them in your pantry, put them in your cabinet in a dark space until you're ready for them. Because the longer it sits, the honey and garlic, it starts to ferment. And what really happens in about 3 to 5 days, your honey is going to look more liquidy. It's not going to be like sticky honey anymore. It has a liquid to it. And that happens in about 3 to 4 days. So let me break this up, and I'm going to let these sit out here while we address something else. So when we talk about honey and garlic, there's a couple of things we want to address. Why does it work? Because it has antibacterial and antiviral protection. Raw honey contains natural hydrogen peroxide, and many people don't know that. I use hydrogen peroxide to clean up all my foods, but raw honey has natural natural hydrogen peroxide, which kills bacteria, viruses before they spread. Also, it coats the throat, it reduces irritation, and it calms a cough. And the main thing about the garlic is that it has immune boosting properties. So for some of you who are like, I can't deal with garlic, you have to understand the power of this. Again, would you rather be sick, or would you rather just, like, I can't do the garlic? But you don't have to chew it. But if you chew this garlic, and when you're taking a spoonful of this like medicine, the healing powers double. The healing powers triple when you're literally going to chew this garlic in it. So, also, garlic is known to give us energy and vitality, and that's it. So, that's why we want to use garlic in our honey and garlic. Now, let me tell you a little bit about your honey, because honey is also amazing. Honey, and when you're using honey, you have to look for unfiltered, pure honey. And unfiltered honey is not cheap. So we're not talking about the honey you find from the store with the little bear on the, no, that's really garbage. When you're looking for honey, your honey should be unfiltered. Actually, your best honey will still have the honeycomb in the jar. So when you're looking for honey, look for honey that has the honeycomb in it. Look for honey that's coming from a local honey farm. That's going to be your best type of honey in regards to honey. But honey also, when it's mixed with the garlic, it helps to detoxify and it helps with inflammation. So this is why we want to do this. It's just, I would call it a flu fighting syrup. So your cough syrup or flu syrup, it becomes a syrup because it's not thick. It's not thick like the honey that we're getting ready to use. Honey is really thick and honey is really goopy. But when we put it into our garlic and honey, it's not going to be there. But when they come together, they fight off colds, they fight off flu, they help your respiratory system, they help infections. It's an everything. So again, this is my mother's empty jar. I told her once I finish today, she can have what we have here. Okay, so now I am going to cut my garlics into smaller pieces, and then I'm gonna put them inside of the jar. And again, there's so many ways you can do this. I usually fill my jar halfway with garlic, then I'm gonna start pouring all my honey and I'm not gonna fill my honey up to the top of the jar. And the reason for that is because in the fermentation process, you will start seeing it's going to start to bubble. And then every day or so, we have to flip the jar. So I don't want honey to come to the base of the glass because I'm going to have to turn it over every few days so that it can go through its fermentation process. So I am putting my honey in its jar. I don't know how much I'm going to have in here to fill up halfway. I love the smell of garlic. And the other thing about garlic is that it makes your food so delicious. Who can relate to that? Garlic is king. You hear me? For everything. You want a delicious meal? Throw some garlic in there. Throw some garlic in there. Go throw some basil in there. What else we're going to throw? Some garlic and basil is basically my favorite. Some rosemary in there. Some thyme. That's what's going to make that meal phenomenal. And I love basil because basil has a different flavor. When I cook with basil and somebody eats something that I made, they're always like, this is so great. It's a taste. What is that? And I'm like, should I share with them that that's my basil? Basil makes everything taste amazing. Everything. Okay, so here is my garlic and it's half full. Now I am going to add my honey. This right here, for fermentation, first of all, when you make your honey and garlic, I want it to sit from anywhere from 3 to 5 days. 3 to 5 days, and it's going to ferment for every single day after that. The longer the fermentation of your honey and garlic, the stronger the medicine is. So this right here, this is not going to last me long in my house because my mother takes this every day, and I try to force it on my grandson every day. And in the flu season, I take this every day. So that's what we're doing. This is a preventative measure to protect you. This is going to build up your immune system. Remember, it has garlic in it, which is antiviral, antibacterial. It has honey that has the same. When you put the two of these together, this is a flu shot. This is a natural flu shot. So now basically all we're doing is we're going to pour honey all in, and my honey is a all natural honey, and I'm not going to go all the way to the top. So here I filled it up with the honey. So you got your garlic at the bottom, you got your honey at the top. You want to make sure that you crush your garlic, punch holes in it, wait 10 minutes to activate the allicin, and let this sit. Now, here's what we're doing. After that, we're going to seal it up, and this is why we want to use like a mason jar. We're sealing this up. This is your protector from the flu, from the colds, from the coughs, from the itchy throat, from anything that winter brings that's a problem. This is your secret sauce. Now, I'm going to sit this, or you're going to sit this somewhere in a dark area, and tomorrow you're going to flip it over. And when you flip it over, just flip it over. Make sure that when you sealed it, it's sealed real tight. Tomorrow you're going to flip this over. And watch when you flip it over, you're going to start seeing bubbles. A whole lot of bubbles here. When you see the bubbles, you know that you've done something right. It is going through the fermentation process. And then the next day, you're going to flip it back on this side. and set it right back. And then you're going to see all the bubbles start to come up. And then the day after that, you're going to flip it again. So we're working with the fermentation process. We're making medicine, guys. This is the original medicine here. Let me show you. This is the one my mother just finished, okay? And I'm surprised there's still some garlic in here. But she don't fool around with this every morning. This is her thing, and she takes it at night. Then in the next day, you're going to also. So by the third or fourth day, you can try it. And when you open it up, you'll see, as soon as you open it up, it's going to be a lot of bubbles to the top. Just mix it up and watch how you see this turns into liquid. It's not going to be sticky honey anymore. It's liquid. Basically, you'll take a tablespoon of this, give it to everybody in the house. A tablespoon of this while we are in flu and cold season, and watch what happens. This is your best secret sauce, cough medicine for everything. Okay, so I showed you how to make your honey and garlic natural defense flu medicine. Now I'm going to show you how to make another flu juice. We're gonna make a juice shot, and we're using in our juice shot the pineapple, and I've already explained to you why the pineapple is so powerful for the bromelain and its inflammatory properties, and how it helps our bodies deal with inflammation and deal with mucus. And so for our juice, we're going to be using a pineapple. We're going to use the pomegranate. We are going to use some green leafy kale in our juice, and we're going to use a pinch of ginger. And if I have a lemon, I'm going to use a lemon. If you have a lemon, use half of a lemon, or you can use a lime also. That's what we're going to do in our juice. So, yes.
Somebody wants to know, can a diabetic use the honey and garlic?
If you're diabetic, you need to use the highest quality honey. The highest quality honey that I always, if I have a client and that client is diabetic, I use Manuka honey. Manuka honey is a medicinal honey. If you're using a honey like Manuka, you are good. Manuka is a little pricey, but it is a medicinal honey that works like no other honey you have ever seen before. You can find Manuka in different places. You can even find Manuka online. But again, remember, it's a medicinal honey. So if you are a person and you're dealing with some medical issues, then Manuka honey would be the choice honey that I would recommend for you. So here's a tip about cutting a pineapple. When you cut your pineapple, you need to flip your pineapple over once you cut it, because many people don't know that when you flip, because all of the delicious juice is really here at the bottom, but when we flip it, it starts to bring the juice back. It starts to mix well, the sugars and all of that in here. So I'm just going to cut my pineapple, cut the head off my pineapple. And then I usually flip it over in a bowl. So I'm going to flip my pineapple over in my bowl for a little bit. That it really helps the pineapple juices get in there and do what it needs to do. And then we have our pomegranate. Now, I'm not opening this pomegranate today because I already have pomegranate. Jay, could you get that pomegranate prepared for me? I don't have to open this one today. And I know many people want to know how to open it. So when you're looking to open up your pomegranate, you basically cut this part off. Cut that part off. And when you cut it off, what you're going to see is it looks like an apple. And what you're going to do is put it on your cutting board, and you're going to cut your pineapple into 4. But don't cut it into 4 the way you would cut an orange, but don't cut it all the way into 4 where each slice pulls off. Just cut it into 4 pieces where the pomegranate now is open. And when the pomegranate is open, once you open it, you're going to get yourself a big bowl and get yourself a big spoon. And while that pomegranate it's split open, but it's not apart, tap with the spoon and all of the arrows will come out. Every last one of them will come out into your bowl. That is the cleanest way to get your arrows out of a pomegranate. But I already have pomegranate seeds out, so I'm not going to open this one. And I didn't want to open it because I wanted to show you what a pomegranate looks like. I can talk about this pomegranate forever. It is the best thing. If you get nothing out of what I'm telling you today, this is what you need in your house. I have some pomegranate, put my pomegranate video for them to take a look at. I can't describe it no more than the power of this amazing fruit is miraculous. It really is. It really is. I can tell you stories all day long about what has happened to people who once they ate the pomegranate, how it changed. Pomegranate, I will say pomegranate and celery is the reason why my mother no longer sees signs of high blood pressure. And it's been, maybe we're going on maybe 8 or 9 years that she has not taken medication for high blood pressure. And if she goes to a doctor, which she never really needs to, unless it's for her eyes, and she will be 83 in March. This is what I really give all the credit to. The pomegranate also have anti-cancer properties. It's antiviral, antibacterial, anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory. All of that is in here. And think about it. It looks just like an apple. And remember I told you, the apple is another one. That saying an apple a day keeps the doctor away, that's because of the benefits in the apple. Well, the pomegranate is the same way. So in our juice, we're going to be using our pineapple, our pomegranate. I'm going to be using some kale. And why kale? Because remember I shared with you in the beginning, for a flu-fighting juice, you need some leafy green vegetables because of what the leafy green brings to the immune system, from the iron to the folate to the vitamin A to the vitamin C. All of this we get out of our green. Now I'm using kale. You can use Swiss chard. You can use collards. You can use spinach. You can use green leafy. I also do a lot with arugula, and I do a lot with romaine lettuce. I use romaine lettuce more than I use kale. Why? Because kale is also one of those vegetables that has oxalates in it. Well, romaine lettuce doesn't. And if a person deals with kidney problems, they have to be careful about oxalates. So I love romaine lettuce. If you want romaine lettuce, just a green leafy vegetable is what you want to put in your juice. So let's get started making our juice. And again, if you guys want to see our honey and garlic preventative flu syrup, this is it. Remember, put it in a dark space on your pantry or inside of the pantry. Tomorrow, flip it over. You're going to start seeing the bubbles come up. The day after, flip it back up. The next day after that, flip it back down. And make sure just have like maybe a paper towel or something, because if you didn't seal it tight, it's going to start to leak out. But use a good mason jar. A mason jar is perfect for your flu serum. Is that what we should call this? Our natural flu serum. All right, let's go. So what are we doing here? We got our pineapple. I had it sitting for a while. And as you can see, because I turned it upside down, you see some of the juices starting to come out of it. So I'm going to cut the skin off of my pineapple. I'm going to put it inside of my juicer. I'm going to put my my kale in my juicer. I'm going to put my pomegranate, which I already have, in my juicer. And I'm going to put a pinch of ginger in my juicer. If you guys don't want to be sick this winter, please take notes. Please take notes in regards to this right here, in regards to the health of your body. Okay, so when there's so many different ways to cut a pineapple. It was so funny. I did a video a while ago on how to cut a pineapple, and then I got a call from Dole. They wanted to use my video for, I guess they have Pineapple Day, because of the way that I showed to cut the pineapple. They was like, you did it the right way. We'd like to use your video. And I was like, okay, fine. You know, if you want to use the video. Everybody was like, did they pay you for that? Of course. So anyhow, so here's my pineapple. I'm going to slice off my skin. And also, many of you don't know that the skin of the pineapple can be used to make something called pineapple tea. I have a video about that. I will have my assistant put that out so you can look at. So every part of the pineapple is good. Every part of the pineapple. So I'm cutting the skin off, and I may make a tea out of this. But I could. But if I make a tea out of it, I would have had to clean the pineapple and soak it in my baking soda solution, and I didn't do that, so I won't be making a tea out of it. But you can take the skin of the pineapple, get some filtered water, boil this, and it makes an amazing tea that is so amazing for your health and your skin. We'll post the pomegranate, not the pomegranate, the pineapple tea if we can find it, so you guys can watch that video of me showing you what to do with the skin. So you don't even need to throw the skin away. So what do you guys think so far? Who is going to make this honey and garlic? Everybody should be like, oh, I'm gonna get this. You need this in your house. I'm trying to tell you, don't wait until you dragging on the floor. You can't get up. You got a 103 fever to be like, I remember Debbie had some kind of remedy. The core out of my pineapple. But most of it all is going inside of my juicer, other than the core. And to be honest with you, you can even put the core in there too. The juicer is gonna do it all. All right, so here we go, guys. So here is the recipe for a flu shot. This is a recipe for a flu shot. Pineapple, now let me move it so you guys can see my Nama juicer. And this juice is gonna be good. Let me make some room. I don't have no room up here. All right, here we go. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I love it, I love it. So I'm hoping you are taking notes. You are putting down comments. Somebody said, what happened to your sound? Can you not, if you can hear me, please say, I can hear you. Because someone said I've lost sound. I see who's making the honey and garlic. If you're going to make that honey and garlic, after you make that honey and garlic and let it ferment for a few days, I need you to send me a message to let me know what you think of it, or how it helped your sore throat. It helped that itchy, scratchy throat. How it helped the mucus. How it helped the nose that was so clogged up. How your chest, how you can breathe now. Because that's all the things that's going to happen when you start doing that honey and garlic natural syrup. Okay, so we're going to put our pineapple in the juicer. This is my Nama J2 juicer. And of course, everybody, there's all kind of juices out there. You guys are always asking me about this juicer. I love Nama. Nama is the brand Nama Well, and they love me too. I love them, and thanks Nama, you guys are always taking good care of me. I'm getting ready to do a video showing you guys how to make your own milk. Nama came out with a milk machine. And when you make your own milk, most of you who know how to make your own milk, you have to basically, you got to get your almonds, and then you got to soak your almonds for almost 8 hours. But not with their milk machine. You could make almond milk, cashew milk, pecan milk, walnut milk, anything in there. It looks just like this, but it's specifically for milk. So I'm going to do a video soon to show you how to make your own milk in less than 5 minutes, your nut milk, or plant-based milk, I should say. So now I have my, my pineapple inside of here. We need a cup of green leafy vegetables. My cup is kale, but again, you can use any other green leafy vegetable. Difficulties. Okay, here we're back again. All of this is in the juicer. Why I love the Nama J2 or Nama as a whole, most of their juices, because there is no other juicer that can do this, where you can throw everything in at one time. If you have a juicer at home and it's not a Nama, you know what I mean, because the average juicer, you got to put just one juice in one produce in at a time, and then you have to wait, and another one, and you could be there all day long. When you put all of your food in your Nama, you put it in your juicer, and you walk away and start working on other stuff. And then you come back to a phenomenal juice. So here we go. We're about to... Hold on a second. So this recipe in this juice is pineapple, pomegranate, kale, and ginger. Why am I using all of those ingredients? Because it makes an amazing flu juice shot. Why am I calling it a shot? Because it's a flu shot. And we're going to put them in shot glasses. And this is what if you make enough of these and you're going to put them in your refrigerator, you drink one in the morning, you drink one in the evening. Next day, drink one in the morning, drink one in the evening. Why are we doing this? We are doing this to help our body, to prevent our body from getting flu and colds. This is our flu juice shot. So, and with the pulp, I keep the pulp. I do different things with the pulp. Sometimes my mother takes the pulp and she'll make it into a salad. Sometimes I take the pulp. It depends on what I've made. I will take the pulp and feed it to my dogs. I'll put it in their food because my dogs get a home-cooked meal every morning and every evening. It depends on what fruit I have in there because our dogs can't eat everything, but they can eat most things. So like if I have this ginger in it, I may not give that to them, but many other things they can eat. Or I will take my pulp and I will dehydrate the pulp and then put it in a food processor and make seasoning out of it. And it is amazing. Imagine a seasoning that has pomegranate, pineapple, kale, and ginger. So it has the sweet, it has the spicy. I put that on a lot of things when I'm sauteing vegetables, and it is absolutely amazing. Okay, so now I am going to turn this around so you can watch the juice come out instead of watching the pulp come out. I'm gonna stop it. Let's turn it around. Because the best part is watching that juice pour. Okay. Okay. So y'all ready for this? I have so much food in here. I'm still waiting for my juicer to knock out the rest of these pineapples at the bottom, but it is almost done. I can't wait to taste this in a couple of days. How many of you can't wait to taste this? I can't wait. I want you to send me a picture. I want to see your juice. Let's do a honey and garlic challenge. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, you guys ready? You ready for that pour? Oh, this camera here can't see the pour. Let me come back some. We have our camera in different angles because I wanted you guys to see me working here for me cutting up the garlic and all that. Huh?
Pull it back some more.
Pull it back some more. I can't really anymore, otherwise this is gonna, well, I can move that now. Pull it back some more. There, everybody can see now?
Yes.
All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Y'all hear it? Look at all that juice. Now that's real juice. You know, this would cost you a bundle to get this done at the store, but all you need to do is buy your own ingredients. You just made medicine. Remember we said food is medicine. You just made your own medicine and you know what it's made from, so you know it's healthy. So let's sample it. Let me get one of my glasses and let's see how my juice tastes. Now remember, it's pineapple, pomegranate, kale, and ginger. Let's taste this. This is my flu shot, y'all. This is good. It's got the sweet from the pineapple. It has a little kick from the ginger. I don't taste the kale at all. And that's the thing. If you don't taste like the bitter from the green leafy vegetables, it's an honor for you to drink it. So now, watch this. I have about 8 of these. You guys can find these at Amazon. Go buy these and fill up your juice shot. This is a flu shot. This is a shot. You know how we do shot, 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 shot. Well, these are healthy shots. And take your shot. And when you take your shot glasses, put them in the refrigerator. If it's more than 48 hours, freeze them. Always use a glass, no plastic, to seal it in. And freeze what you can't drink in that 48-hour, because after 48 hours, it's going to lose some of its nutrients and ability. So we want to drink what we don't want to drink, we want to freeze. This way we won't lose our nutrients. So here's my shot. Here we go.
What size are those wellness bottles?
These are great. This is good. Take it down like medicine, but it's good medicine. So there you go. There you have it. Your flu shot juice. I made one for you last week out of purple cabbage, pomegranate, and I can't remember. Purple cabbage, pomegranate, lemon, and ginger. Today I'm making your flu shot. It's pineapple, pomegranate, ginger, and kale. If you're gonna make your own flu juice shot, your main ingredients, remember, it's your reds and your greens. Your red, always throw a pomegranate in it. If you're not gonna throw a pomegranate in it, throw a purple cabbage in it. Those alone is a healer by itself. And then you could add your greens, your spinach, your kale, your arugula, and then you want to add your vitamin C, which could be a lemon, it could be, an orange, something else that's going to give you that. You need your greens, it's going to give you iron. And then that ginger is always great for digestion and immunity. And when you put all of this together, when you're creative in your kitchen, you will make an amazing juice. Here's one thing I want to say to you guys before we leave today, is that the real medicine is not on a medicine cabinet. It's in your kitchen. It's right here. It's in your pantry. It's in your refrigerator. That's the real medicine. And when you learn how to do these things, you wind up healing yourself, from your mind all the way down to your feet. When we're healing, we're detoxifying. And that's exactly what this juice did. It basically is because it's in liquid form, most of us are having nutritional deficiencies, and our body's is not able to absorb a lot of nutrients. That's where the problem lies. When the body can't absorb nutrients, then the immune system can't get it. But when we are taking something and putting into liquid form, something natural like this, we are cutting out the middleman. There's nothing that needs to be digested because it's in liquid form. It's going straight down in your body, going straight into the bloodstream. Your blood, I always call the blood the subway station. It's the train. When you're drinking this, the blood gets it and takes it to every subway stop. What's the subway stop? It goes and gives some to the liver, goes and gives some to the pancreas, goes and gives some to the heart, goes and gives some to the lungs. That's how we help the body. But those organs that I just mentioned, sometimes they're having problems, especially the liver, if the body cannot detox, because that's one of the jobs of the liver. So detoxification is key. So this juice is also helping you to detox. And by the way, guys, for all of you, I've been sharing with you for the last couple of weeks that this is the last week that we are doing our 30-day whole body detox and parasite cleanse. I did a class last month and it was amazing. I had hundreds of people show up for the class. It's 30 days of me walking you through how to detox your body the right way. Detoxification is something that most of us need to know, and I'm going to continue to shout it from the rooftop to whoever is listening that we need to detox. Why? Because we live in an environment that's toxic. We live in an environment that's parasitic. We live in an environment that's pollutant. So our bodies take in all of that. And when our bodies take in all of this nonsense and garbage, it breaks down. And our body tells us through pain, through problems, through hair loss, through acne, through all sorts of things. So when we need to help our body out, we need to make juices like this to help the body get absorbent, help the body get nutrients, help the body build up the immune system. But we also need to help by flushing out heavy metal toxins and killing out parasites and so much more. So if you are interested in joining the very last class, because this week is the end, we start this new class next month. You can join my 30-day whole body detox class. It's not just detoxing. I'm not just teaching you, because that's what this is. I am teaching you how to detox the right way. In the class for 30 days, I'm also giving you meals. I'm telling you what, we're all eating the same thing. We're eating detoxifying foods for breakfast, lunch, dinner. We're drinking teas. We're taking different things to kill out parasites. Parasites is an epidemic in our body system. You don't have to listen to me. Do the research. Type up parasite epidemic and it will throw you to the ground. We're like, holy snap, I didn't know that. Many people that are diagnosed have been diagnosed with so many ailments. It's because parasites are living in our body and they are mimicking high blood pressure. They are mimicking diabetes. They are mimicking chronic fatigue. They are mimicking so many things. And this is what our doctors are diagnosing us with when in all actuality, the body has pinworms. The body has tapeworms. The body has giardia. The body has so many different things. So when we cleanse, when we give the body a helping hand and we cleanse, you'll see the recovery. Your energy comes back. Your mental clarity is there. So much. You sleep better. You smile more. Your moods are different. You'll see that your skin starts to clear. Your hair starts to grow. All of this just from detoxing, something that you never thought could be the reason why you've been so sick, the reason why you can't lose weight, because the liver is holding on to so much because it cannot detox on its own. So think about joining the class. I'll leave a link here for you guys to learn about the 30-day whole body detox class, because we're shutting it down this week so that next week we can start, and so that you guys can go, because I'm sending you a grocery list so you can go get everything you need for week 1. In this 4 weeks, every week I send you your meal plan so that you know what we're eating. Every week we do a live Q&A with me so we can get on a call and discuss how you're doing in this journey. How are you feeling? And these calls are so amazing because all of the people that are getting on the call, they're like, Debbie, I never knew that this was my problem. Everybody's story is so amazing. People are losing weight. People are there's so many things that people are talking about. People are telling me they're starting to see new hair grow on their edges just because we're eating clean, we're detoxifying the body, and we're removing parasites, which is a big deal. So if you've ever did a parasite cleanse before, many people say they have, there's been some steps missing. Now, there's some good parasite cleanses out there and some people that I know that make their own and they do an amazing job. But what's missing in a parasite cleanse is when you're killing off these parasites from the different type of herbs and teas that you're using, no one is thinking about the eggs that is hatching. And so when you kill these parasites off in a 14-day program, guess what happens? Those eggs were hatching. So now you killed off the adults, but new parasites is coming back. So that's why it needs to be in a 30-day process. It needs to be very strategic, because when the way we do it, my methodology of detoxifying the body, detoxifying heavy metals like aluminum and mercury and arsenic from the body and chemo and all those things that stay in our body. So my methodology is detoxifying. My methodology is killing the toxins. My methodology is killing off the parasites. And the solution is a happier you, a healthier you, a different vibe. If anybody is on this live today and is a part of my class or have been in my class, please comment and tell them the real deal on what you have gotten out of this class, because it is like nothing I have ever seen. I had to hold back tears on one of our lives from somebody who was saying how she struggled for years. She struggled with being overweight. She's been on so much medication. She didn't think that she could do it in this detox. And she's come through. And because we do these live Q&As, the support, the inspiration, the community alone is amazing. So please, if you're thinking you need to detox, if you're struggling with weight loss, some people struggle with weight loss. That's a problem too, because you might be losing weight and that's not what you want to do. So if it's weight loss, if it's weight gain, if it's chronic fatigue, if it's headaches, if it's insomnia, if it's hair loss, if it's acne, if it's chronic inflammation, if it's depression and anxiety, if it's back pain, all of these different things could very well be that you might be holding on to parasites, but you're definitely holding on to toxins. And as we flush all of this out of your body, it's going to allow your liver to finally do its job. It's going to allow your kidneys to get back to the ability that it needs, and it's going to transform your life. People have lost weight not because they're on a caloric diet in my program. It is because your liver, if you cannot lose weight, it is because your liver is overloaded. Your liver is your personal trainer for weight loss. Your liver metabolizes fat. And if you are that person where you like, I've gained weight and I keep gaining weight, but I'm not eating more, the story is your liver. Your liver is also the only organ in your body that can transform itself, that can heal itself, that can repair itself. I feel like God did that for a reason, because our heart can't transform itself. Our heart can't repair itself. Our brain can't transform. Yes, they can repair cells, but that's it. But the liver as an organ starts out as the size of a football and 3 pounds. And as the liver gets toxic, as the liver gets overburdened, as the liver gets diseased, it starts to shrink and shrink and shrink. But one thing, and science has backed this up, that starting from 7 days, you can reset your liver and restore the liver. And that same liver that shriveled up, that once was the size of a football, once you reset the liver by eating right, by detoxifying right, by putting back the nutrients and things that the liver was lacking, it will go back to the size it once was. There is no other organ in our life that can do that. So I'm sharing all of this because I feel like knowledge is power. Where a lot of us are walking around here sick and hopeless and don't understand why. Well, I'm here to share with you. A lot of times it's because the liver and the kidneys and different organs, they need a helping hand. They detox, they have a built-in detoxification system, but ours is struggling because of the life we live in. So please go sign up for the class. The class is starting next week. We'll leave a link here for you to get all the information you need if you want to be a part of this last class, because after this, my next journey is I'm doing a sugar detox. And that's another issue. Many people don't know that sugar is more addictive than meth and cocaine. And many of you have these sugar addictions, and in the middle of the night, you want something sweet in the middle of the day. That's another reason. Parasites could be the reason why you're craving the sugar. An unhealthy gut is definitely the reason. Too much bacteria. Bad bacteria tells the brain, yo, go get that sugar, go get that donut, go to Krispy Kreme, go get some cake. And you walking like a zombie, I want cake, I want Krispy Kreme. When it's really what's going on in your gut, the bacteria in your gut that's controlling your mind. So I'm getting ready to do a sugar detox, but I feel like this whole 30-day thing is what you need first. In my programs, everybody has to detox first before they do anything. We got to detox. So please, the information is here. Come and join me. We're about to shut the doors down. Be a part of this 30-day whole body detox and parasite cleanse. And let me just throw this in before we go. Normally, I charge $497 for that program. I'm not. Last month, I took $300 off and the program was $197. And then if you thought $197 was too much, I sat in a payment plan where people were paying $49 in the payment plan. I made it so simple, and the reason why, because it was right after the holidays and people were wanting to join, but they were like, I'm broke. I spent all my money and I know I need this. So I was like, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. It's not about the money at this. It's about getting the people in. It's about the education, because the experience you get from this is not made up. This is the realest review you'll ever have of your body. So I took off $300. I made the program $197. And then I said, and if $197 is too much, I'm going to throw a payment plan in there. $49. Let's make it happen. So I made it so it's nobody could be left out. There was no excuses why you can't join. And if you don't, I get it. But I have had people say to me hundreds of times before, I wish I would have done this when you did this, Debbie. A lot of my programs, people will say this because they learned later from hearing it from somebody else, not me. So if you want to join, please come and join me. I want to thank you all for joining me today for my series of What the Health is Wrong with You? It's Not What You Think. I hope you learned a lot today about the 5 foods that you need in your kitchen that can help you beat the flu. And if you want me to say it one more time, we got pineapple that will help you beat the flu. We have ginger that will help you beat the flu. We have garlic will help you beat the flu. We got pomegranate, again, will help you beat the flu. And honey. All of those together, put that together in some form or fashion, eat those, and you won't be that person that's sick all the time. Because again, with its antiviral, killing off virus, and it's antibacterial, killing off the bacteria, It's building up your immune system to fight for you. So thanks again.
Hold on, tell them where to find your stand store.
Oh, okay, sorry. So if you're interested in coming to the class, there is a link in the stand store. So where do you find my stand store? Whether you are on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, if you go to my profile page, you will see my stand store. Click the stand store. It will take you to the 30-day whole body detox and parasite cleanse. Anything you need from me, you can find it in my profile page on the stand store. So thank you guys. I'll see you next week for the next What the Health is Wrong with You is Not What You Think.